Welcome back to another episode of our food preparation with Sassy Chef Heather. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And we've been having a lot of fun with different food preparation products, drinks, and etc. And we were talking about coffee, and Heather asked me, "Hey, I'm really curious about that. Let's put something together on it." And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you a way to drink coffee, a very healthy way, because I know that there's a lot of misinformation. Some of it. Coffee's bad, coffee's good, and both of them are true, okay? So let's talk about that a little bit, and then before we get into the preparation, how we're gonna mix this up a little bit. So coffee is a very, very common commodity, and it's produced in high volume. Because of that, we have a lot of producers not putting the best product out, using
just to make
pesticides,
money, basically.
toxins, but it's not just the coffee and how it's grown, it's also how it's prepped.
Okay.
So we can have mold development and things like that. So when you're drinking coffee, it should be a good organic coffee.
Okay.
You're probably not going to find this at most coffee retail outlets.
Starbucks.
Not going to find it there. Will you find it? And again, maybe they do someday, but at this point in time, I don't believe that they do.
Okay.
But there are local places sometimes that are a little bit more astute to this, and they want to make certain that their customers get a better coffee. So I want you to be aware that again, that's what we want to look for. If you have any kind of concern finding that coffee, go Google it, start looking it up. You have some good information on where you can find some of this good coffee. So if you drink coffee and you're getting the tummy upset, because there was a time I quit drinking it. It was upsetting my stomach. I got the jitters. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so when I switched and I started learning more, I could have it. And I enjoy having a nice cup of coffee. And yes, there's some good benefits in coffee, okay?
And it's like routine with people. They want it in the morning.
It is. And one of the things that'll help too, a lot of people are already stressed out, and we in some of our lessons we talk about adrenals. And sometimes if we put too much stimulation on them, it can make it worse, and coffee can do that, so we want to be careful. But when we add some things to coffee to help with how our blood sugar is regulated, it can help that, and so we're going to talk about that.
So it's also used medicinally, depending on what we add. Very cool.
So I like to cook my coffee up. I just use a teapot for the water. I ground my beans. I put them in there. This is obviously a French press, stainless steel French press. And I like to do it this way. It's just nice, clean. It doesn't take time. So we'll go ahead and press that.
Okay.
But we're going to add some ingredients, okay? So as I pour this coffee in, a couple of things here. I've always been in the fitness world and used to compete, and actually just got back into it. One of the things as bodybuilders we learned a long time ago is medium chain triglycerides act as a thermogenic.
Okay.
And they help balance our blood sugar.
That heats the body. Okay.
So it's a fat that helps us burn fat.
I like that.
So we would always put medium chain triglycerides in our coffee.
Okay.
We've been doing this for years. And then recently, there's a gentleman that wrote a book called Bulletproof Coffee. In fact, this is a medium chain triglyceride that I got from Dave Asprey's company, Bulletproof Diet. I'm not here to promote Bulletproof Coffee. I'm here to say that he's got some good information in his book. I appreciate it. I don't agree with everything, but I do agree that, hey, there's some good information on how to make a good cup of coffee that's healthy for you.
Great.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna put the coffee in here. So we'll mix this in here. Okay. So this has been heating up. How long does it take? You know, anywhere between 5 minutes. 10. How strong do I want it?
And the French press would be ideal.
That's what I prefer. Now there's a couple of options. If I use if I use whole butter, and again, Dave Asprey in Bulletproof is the one that really started coming up with the butter.
And I've seen that.
He gets the credit for that. He gets the credit for that. And it's brilliant because I'll have this first thing in the morning before I go train. Okay. And again, if you want to get a little bit more involved and read about his stuff, it's pretty cool about how we can actually get our fat burning going on a lot more, but actually, have energy, balance our blood sugar out. So I'm going to put it in. As you can see here, it's a big chunk, probably a tablespoon and a half, right? That I put in there. So don't be shy. Your other option
and
is
it's about 10 ounces, like a little over a cup of water, or a cup
there's more than that in here.
Okay.
There's probably 12 to 14 ounces in this.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So there's going to be a good two. It's going to fill up more than these two.
Okay.
Probably 3 of those. Okay. So we can have that. Now, if you want to have just pure fat without any of the dairy proteins, okay? That's called ghee.
Ghee.
And so ghee is another choice.
Ghee is dairy.
And I like ghee as well. So it's just like the butter, minus any of the protein solids.
Okay.
So this is a little, to be honest with you, it's a little sweeter.
Okay.
And the first time I used it, I was a little bit, and now I'm hooked.
Now, can you like even put this on,
Yes.
like you can cook with it?
Yes, you can do anything with it. So I actually prefer in my coffee, I use this because I want you to taste it, but I usually prefer the ghee.
Okay.
You can use both.
Okay. And it would be the same purpose as what you use butter.
It's the same thing, okay? Now, I didn't use this yet, right?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
so we're going to put some of this in. And on an earlier lesson, I talked about medium chain triglycerides, starting off very slow, like maybe a teaspoon, and then you can go to maybe a tablespoon.
As time goes
Yeah,
on.
and the reason why, it might upset your tummy a little bit if you're not used to it, and you can get like some flu symptoms. So, and again, I talked about that earlier, so just a reminder of that. Okay, so that I've got that in now, and again, we're going to mix this up because if you can't just stir the stuff up.
No,
you got to blend it.
It has to break
down.
down.
You got to blend it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put this. The other thing that you can add that we're not going to because we've got enough in there, but you can add just coconut oil.
Coconut oil, and that would be another good fat.
It is, and it's
Okay.
going to act very much like the medium chain.
Okay.
Not
No, but
quite
you,
as good
you
as the
can put all
thermogenic.
three together if you
can.
wanted to.
Of course you can. Okay, and then so before I start this, so you can hear me, this is a grass-fed natural way that's not sweetened with sugar or artificial sugars.
Okay.
It's stevia.
Okay, stevia.
so it's
So
safe.
stevia is the way to go.
So this is actually a good product, and it's not expensive.
Okay.
It's a good product, and so what we're going to add is. This is, now you don't have to add protein.
Okay.
In fact, when you read Dave Asprey's work, if you're really just trying to
And
burn
he's the one
body
that
fat.
does bulletproof
the
fat.
Yeah, if you read his work, he talks about just having it like that and kind of getting your body into ketosis. And so that's fine. You can do that. I'm not really trying to lose weight. You know,
You want more lean muscle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm going to add this, but what I like about this, and whether you use the protein, I like a little bit of the cocoa flavor in this,
coffee.
and this is what this is going to do. So I'm going to get this started up real slow.
Okay, so we were discussing this earlier. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I don't have time to make myself breakfast, I'll have my coffee in one cup and I'll have my protein in the other, my protein shake in the other. And I always wish that I could just combine the two.
Just put it in.
I can just put it together.
Yeah, just put it in. Yeah, because you're going to see here, this is going to be really good. So let me just get this going at a slow pace. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to put,
A scoop?
about a scoop.
And that'll give it its nice creamy chocolatey flavor too.
Well, the cream's coming from what?
From the butter.
You got it.
Wow.
And so when I add this, you're getting, now it's going to almost be, it's going to be a coffee, but almost like a hot chocolate, creamy.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Oh,
Especially
man.
like on a cold day. That would be perfect to wake up
And
to.
so I drink this before I go work out.
Perfect.
So I don't have anything else in my belly.
Okay, so then this could be a pre-workout.
It is.
I take a pre-workout before I train.
But the pre-workout drinks have harmful
chemicals.
stuff in them.
Okay. Okay.
Most of the time.
Okay. Some of them.
This
you
is
know.
all natural. Get that going. So this is going to allow me to get the energy. I'm not going to get the jitters. I'm not going to have the come down at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You'll have the protein for the energy to go train.
You got it.
Oh wow!
And
it smells so
the
good.
fat gives me the energy I need. So I'm not gonna go into muscle burning.
Okay.
Try that.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yes,
right?
It's so good.
Okay, so tell me.
It tastes like it tastes like a cappuccino.
It tastes like a cappuccino.
But it has all these great things that you need.
But here's the fallback.
What?
Once you start this,
You can't stop.
you won't want to ever stop.
I could see that.
You drink it. I'm hooked on it. You drink it every morning. Good stuff, right? So again, nice
Wow,
and
it's
easy.
so good and frothy
And the
from the
nice thing
blender.
about this is it's a treat that when you wake up in the morning, you're kind of like, oh, I'm going to go work out. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
I
because
get
you
my
can get
coffee.
excited. And I mean,
That's right.
when I wake up and I know I'm going to have my workout first thing in the morning, I'm already excited. So this is just an added bonus.
Yeah. And you look, it's it's early. It's 11:30 in the afternoon. This cup of coffee, a little bit more here,
For the rest of the day.
is going to get you through the rest of the day, even if you have a little workout later.
And everything in it is good.
It's all healthy.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks.